Welcome in to the Standard. Holy shit, what a day of football. It's Joey and Jack here. Guys, I know the Steelers won. I know the Steelers are 1-0, but what's even crazier is the choke job the Baltimore Ravens just had. We're recording this directly after the conclusion of Sunday Night Football, and hand up accountability, I was out, tweeting during the game. I don't know how anybody beats Baltimore. Derrick Henry had damn near 200 yards rushing. In fact, Baltimore had the ball up 15, and I thought they were going to go down the field and score again because that's what they had been doing all game. They somehow lose the game to the Bills. It was two gods at quarterback, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, obviously. But holy shit, how did the Ravens lose this? I genuinely don't know. I watched the game and I still don't know.
The entire team was clicking on all cylinders basically the entire game, and then it just hit a point in the fourth quarter where everything just went to shit at once. The defense couldn't get a stop. Henry had that crucial fumble, which is a 1 in 1,000 moment. He never fumbles. The defense, like I said, Allen was just picking them apart. I thought where the Ravens went wrong is they started playing a little bit too conservative down the stretch. I mean, obviously you're up. You have Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. You're probably going to be successful running the ball. They weren't. They should have kept them honest and kept throwing the ball, and just, I don't know. I think if they did that, they wouldn't have ended up blowing this game, but it was wild.
Zay Flowers himself had 7 catches, 143 yards, and a touchdown. He's the NFL's leading receiver through 1 week, barring something crazy happening in the Monday night game. Let me tell you why. First of all, it's because the entirety of the game, Lamar Jackson was dodging every single sack imaginable. The Bills could not get him on the ground, and he'd just find Zay Flowers open on a drag, and he'd have 40 yards of open field to look at. Baltimore, they looked unbeatable for the first 3 quarters of this game. Seriously, like I said, I really thought they were going to win this game and blow the Bills out. They had the opportunity to go up 3 scores and really close it, and they couldn't. And this is the same song and dance from the Baltimore Ravens that we see in the playoffs usually, where they beat themselves and it's carried over into week 1. And I know it's against the Bills, who were the preseason odds-on Super Bowl favorites, but Baltimore was tied with them in odds. So this is a really, really important game. It might be game of the year already. I mean, crazy to say in week 1. I don't think so, because what we just saw, holy shit. Josh Allen, nearly 400 yards, 2 touchdowns passing, 2 touchdowns rushing. He's the best. I have no other words. Insane game.
I've been sitting here thinking, how many times when does it become ridiculous to throw in either Allen or Lamar in the conversation for best quarterback in the NFL? I think if one of them wins the Super Bowl, do they have an argument? Is my question. Because they consistently put up better numbers, and the offenses that they run seem to be more efficient than those in Kansas City. But at the same time, Mahomes is just statistically way more successful in the postseason. So I think if one of those 2 guys wins the Super Bowl, I think they will have an argument for the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I think that's the point where it becomes an argument when one of them beats Mahomes in the playoffs. But I do tend to pander to Mahomes. I think he's the best quarterback I've ever seen play with my own 2 eyes. But it is a really good point that, Allen and Lamar, for the last couple of years, they've consistently put up better numbers than Mahomes, although maybe it's not really any fault of his own. He's got, Matt Nagy calling plays, not good. Currently throwing to 40-year-old Travis Kelce and Juju Smith-Schuster. That's not ideal, guys.
Hollywood
the year
Brown,
is
baby.
Hollywood Brown had, how many catches did he have? I think he had 19 targets. That's not good.
Yeah.
Not good, guys. And Worthy dislocated shoulder. Not sure how long he's going to be out. You have Rashee Rice that's suspended for the first 6 games, another 5 games, month and a half without Rashee Rice. I think that's the point. I think I'm always going to pander to Mahomes and be like, hey, he's the best, bar none, because of the postseason stuff and the MVPs and things like that. But man, it gets to a point, as we said earlier in the Instagram Live. It gets to a point.
I saw a tweet earlier that said, when Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson play football against each other, it's not even football anymore. It's just football too. It's a whole different thing, man. It's not if you watch the Steelers play all last year, then you go and you watch this game. It's just not fair, man. It isn't.
It's not
fair.
it is a different planet that
It
the
is.
Ravens fans and Bills fans live on, because like they complain about their teams when they lose and everything, but I don't think they fully grasp the idea that they have nothing to bitch about. Like this you're right, it's not even football that we watched tonight. I don't even know what we just watched. And it was a Ravens masterclass for the first 3 quarters, like I said, and then Josh Allen just took over. That game right there is why he won the MVP last year. Down that stretch, where Allen, sort of separated himself from Lamar, I guess, even though he wasn't as good statistically, he just went on this stretch where he just took over games by himself. And we saw it again against the Ravens. I mean, holy shit. What a game. I don't know how many times I've said what a game, but what a fucking game.
It
Game of
seriously
the
could
year.
not have been any better for a Sunday primetime game to kick off the season. It was unreal.
And it's going to be hard to beat that. I don't know that any game
I don't
touches
think
that
we'll
the
see a
rest of
better
the
game than
season.
that. Yeah, I don't think we'll see a better game than that. Unless you get
So,
like a repeat of Chiefs Rams in 2018. I don't think you're going to see.
does this rival Chiefs Rams 2018?
I wouldn't say it does. I
I
think
don't
that game
know.
was like far and away the best regular season game of all time.
I don't know. I think you're right that game's the Chiefs Rams 2018 is better. But man, this is as good of regular season football as you're ever going to see.
Yes, yes.
And I know I saw NBC promoting this. You know what next week's Sunday Night Football game is? It's
What is it?
Vikings Falcons.
Oof. I mean,
We're,
like,
we're
that's not the worst game I've ever seen, but like, that is a
like
downgrade for sure.
that could be a very ugly game. We're gonna go from watching
I don't know. I think those are
football
two pretty
to
damn good offenses.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the
It depends
Falcons.
on Penix, and it depends on the quarterback play. 'Cause you kind of
It
don't know what you're going to see from either one.
yeah, it's I mean two
I
young
might be
quarterbacks.
biased because I like McCarthy, but like, I still don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
the Thursday night game is actually good. I believe. I think it was like
Commanders Packers.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
I want when we get to the Packers game, I want to talk about them because holy shit,
I
they
think they're one of the best teams in the league for
they're
sure.
trouble.
Yeah,
They're definitely trouble. But we have to get into the Steelers, guys. I can't believe we've gone this long in an episode without talking about Steelers.
unreal.
That's
how good the game was.
that's how insane the Sunday night game was. But I mean, this was far and away the best game of the Sunday slate. And I'm biased. Obviously, me and Jack are biased, big Steelers fans. But this was the best game of the Sunday slate. 34-32 victory for the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdowns. He was lights out. He was lights fucking out. The offense is exactly what I had hoped and prayed for whenever Aaron Rodgers took over. There were a lot of different pieces that I really liked the way they were being used overall. And the Jets, I don't know if they're better than I expected. I really don't think that that's the case still. This was a terrible day for the Steelers defense, though. I mean, absolutely dreadful. It truly doesn't get much worse. I'll let Jack get his general thoughts out there before we dive a little bit deeper, but the Steelers win, 1-0, not complaining whatsoever.
Yeah, the game went just exactly how everybody thought it would when the game total was 37.5 and both teams exceeded 30 points. The Jets, here's the thing. The Jets defense, which is the reason why I'm really encouraged about the offense, the Jets defense isn't bad. I wouldn't say it's like anything outstanding, but it's not bad. So, I mean, to have Aaron Rodgers go out there, roll out there, throw 4 fucking touchdowns, and look like the offense is clicking on all cylinders, it's a really good sign. The defense was really concerning. It was really concerning. There's no real way to beat around it. It was not good at all. I mean, how many times did the Jets punt? Once.
Yeah, I think once.
That might be. I would like a statistician to find me the last time the Jets played a game in which they only punted the ball one time. I can't imagine it's happened very often. But yeah, Fields looked good, which generally isn't a good testament to your defense. Garrett Wilson was toasting Darius Slay because for whatever reason we had Darius Slay on the number 1 wide receiver and a bunch of times. I can't really point out many guys that look good. Deshaun Elliott got hurt, which sucks. We're really hoping that he's fine. TJ played really well. I thought Peyton Wilson looked good. and Jalen Ramsey played really fucking well. Jalen
All right.
Ramsey's so good, man. It's
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the bad out first, and then we can talk about all the good. Jalen Ramsey, good. All right, but we're gonna start with the bad. Probably not ideal that we're paying $158 million for a defense that still can't stop the fucking run. I mean, they made it a point this entire offseason to improve the run defense. That's what they even brought Jalen Ramsey in for. He's good against the run, a very physical corner. Obviously, you draft Derek Harmon in the first round. Y.A. Black looks like a stud. And, they gave up 300 yards rushing in the wild card loss to the Ravens, and they go out there and they give up 200 yards. I mean, Brees Hall, every time he touched the ball, it was a first down. Justin Fields was beating us with his legs. We could not bring him to the ground. Probably not ideal that the defense still can't stop the run. And it's very concerning, obviously. I say if you want to do a spin zone, glass half full, Derek Harmon didn't play. So if you think Derek Harmon is going to make that big of an impact, I think he's going to make an impact. I think he's going to improve it. But man, like over 200 yards rushing, that's really tough, guys. It's not a good look. And I knew going into this game that the Jets offense would be very run heavy. Obviously, with Justin Fields, Brees Hall, their offensive line really is good too in New York. I think they have some good young pieces, and the defense isn't horrible, like Jack said, but they have a really strong foundation, and it seems like Aaron Glenn has an identity for them. And I think you could definitely take that away from only one game. That's not the same New York Jets that we've seen of the last couple of years, but man, not good. The Steelers could not stop the run at all.
That definitely not good. Like you said, the glass half full portion of it is that the first round pick that we drafted to address that specific need didn't play, but it's still not encouraging that it looked as bad as it did. Y.A. Black, I mean, I didn't. How many snaps did he play? Because there were times where I was like, why the hell is he not on the field?
It was more Benton than him, which I don't know.
Here's
like
the thing.
I guess I understand,
but Benton's a real good pass rusher, but when you're getting absolutely obliterated in the run, it's probably not a good thing that he's still out there. He's not the best run defender ever. There's a time and a place for Keanu Benton, but I don't think today was one of them. And I also wanted to throw out there, I bet you the Steelers are really kicking themselves now that they didn't that they didn't bring Landon Roberts back, especially with the way that the run game looked for the Jets today. Landon Roberts, if you go to PFF, I don't know how much you guys trust PFF, but he was like a top 5 graded run defender at the linebacker position out of like 100 couple eligible players. And we could have had him back for, what did he sign with to the Raiders? It was like $5 million.
It was a couple $1 million. It was like maybe 3. I think it was nothing.
Right. And we signed Malik Harrison for like more money than we did Landon Roberts. So I don't know. I guess that's the one thing that I would bitch about other than the actual run defense in the game. But yeah, I mean, hey, they won. Can't really complain too much.
Yeah, Landon Roberts is making $3 million this year with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
Great signing for the Raiders, but another bad. We're going to get the bad out of the way, like I said, so there's going to be some more bad. Broderick Jones. Guys, I think it's in God's hands now. All we can do is pray. I'm really gonna.
He specifically gave up 3 sacks.
Yes.
Ooh, that's bad. It's really bad.
Again, don't know how much you guys trust PFF, but PFF credits Broderick Jones with giving up 3 sacks today. Not good. I'm really trying to give him a fair shake. We will see what he does in the coming weeks. And, obviously Seattle is a little bit not as good of a pass rush, so we'll see how he performs next week. But man, I don't know. This doesn't look good. We're really close. Broderick Jones is on bust watch, and he was last year, but it's carried into this year. Not a good week 1 performance at all.
No, and the issue with Broderick Jones looking terrible, I mean, not that it's much different than it was last year, but the big issue is left tackle's a position that you can't really address midseason. Like, you don't see left tackles get traded. You don't just like have a second really good left tackle just sitting there, or a second like serviceable left tackle. So that's something that you kind of just have to rely on. And it's probably not a good thing that we're relying on Broderick Jones to be really good. That might have been one of the worst performances I've ever seen from an offensive lineman. It was really bad. Like,
And yeah,
he was getting abused by Will McDonald. It was, yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't
Jermaine
good.
Johnson had a great game too for the Jets. Somebody replied to my tweet about Broderick Jones where I said that it's over. Um, they were like, "Can Andrus Pete still play left tackle?"
Oh,
And
no.
that's a fair question to ask at this point. But I'll answer it this way: boy, I really really hope it doesn't come to that because Andrus Pete. Let me say, there's a reason he was a free agent in August. There is a reason that the Saints did not want him.
I forget what the exact number was, but he had one of the lowest PFF grades I think I've ever seen from a
Yeah,
player last year.
it
It was
was.
horrendous. It's real bad.
I really really hope it doesn't come to that. But can Andrew Pete play left tackle? I'm sure he could, but we don't want that.
He
All
can give
right.
it his all.
I'm sure he'd
He
give
can
it
go out
all
there and
he
give it a good
has.
try.
I'm
Yeah, it's
so yeah. Bad. Deshaun Elliott hurt. Not good.
not
Not
good.
good at all.
Has there been any update on that at all?
No, not
I
at this
can't
moment.
imagine that's a good thing either.
Now, keep in mind, we're recording this at midnight on September 8th. So the morning, I guess, after the game. So we'll probably get an update like early afternoon tomorrow, I'd have to imagine. But didn't look good for Deshaun Elliott, limped off the field and did not return for the rest of the game. And this safety room is already questionable, to say the least. Let's put it that way. Another thing that's bad, not good. What was the secondary doing today? I mean, Justin Fields, 16 of 22.
I would say
He
in
was efficient
specific,
as a pass.
Darius Slay.
Justin Fields was efficient as a passer. And I know people are going to be like, "Oh, he's back with Garrett Wilson. He's back with this college guy." Listen, there were guys just open middle of the field constantly. It was not just the ground game that was killing the Steelers. They couldn't defend the pass whatsoever. And the run game's the easy thing to make fun of. The run defense is the easy thing to make fun of and point out and say, "Hey, that wasn't good." But man, the pass defense did not look great at times. Obviously, Darius Slay got beat bad over the top by Garrett Wilson. And just a lot of easy chunk plays for the Jets because of the secondary. This is supposed to be the best defense in the league. Why are they supposed to be the best defense in the league? Because they're compensated the most of any defensive unit in the entire NFL. Needs to change. I really don't know. I'm not going to act like I can know what you do. What you do here? It needs to get better. And Patrick Queen even said, Patrick Queen, who I know Jack very fond of, said that we got our asses kicked. If we keep playing like, he said we played like shit was his exact quote. If we keep playing like that, we're going to get our asses kicked. So at least he knows. At least he knows.
I will say I didn't think the secondary was particularly good in any way, but I will cut them a little bit of slack in the sense that I thought the pass rush also sucked. Like we could not get the Fields either. So we had plenty of time to throw the ball. And I mean, you can't cover forever. You can't have Darius Slay's old ass trying to cover Garrett Wilson for like 7 seconds. It's just not gonna work. I think we could have just encapsulated the entire bad category into just the defense. It was not good at all. There was nothing good about it. I mean, they punted one time. The Jets punted one time.
The Jets punted one time in a
They came
football
up
game.
big when it really mattered, but it shouldn't have even gotten to that point. It should not have had to matter. They should have won that game by like 20 points.
The last thing I have in the bad category is I don't know if Cam Hayward's going to be able to feed his family. His $3 million in incentives are tied to playoff wins. I got some news for you. Man, I don't know.
I don't know.
Let me tell you this about the Cam Hayward extension because it's a good way to fit in here because bad, not good. I think this was a PR move. I really do. That's what I think this was. Cam Hayward had everybody on him because, he said to Aaron Rodgers, either you want to be a Steeler or you don't. Everybody was quoting that. We know Cam Hayward definitely likes to look at the replies and, likes to shoot back at people who take shots at him. I'll reference again the infamous butt tweet that Cam Hayward had a couple of years ago where he called Mike Tomlin a fraud and said he sucked and all that, and then was like, "Oh, my bad, guys, it's a butt tweet." Yeah, guys, if any of you buy that for half a second, I'm sorry. Like,
That
I'm
seriously got
really
blown. That got pushed under the rug or swept under the rug like way too quickly.
how. Why do people like? And guys, Cam Hayward definitely likes to act like a diva a little bit. Not saying he's a diva. He likes to act like one a little bit. He definitely likes to get his. And, this was a PR move by Cam Hayward saying, hey, just give me incentives, time to playoff wins. I don't care. I want to be able to say, hey, I was right. I got more money. Look, guys, I'm going to play in the season opener. Captain Cam is back. It's pathetic.
Captain Cam looked like complete shit today.
It's kind of pathetic. Cam Hayward did not look great today.
All he did was lose his helmet and yell at the other team. That was about it. I didn't see him do much else. I think he batted a pass down. I think he batted one pass down. But it was not a good performance from Cam Hayward at all.
Cam Hayward's an awesome player, guys, but man, these last couple of weeks, I just don't know what he's been doing. I don't know if he's getting cranky in his old age or what, but my goodness.
Oh, God.
All right, we're moving on to the good category. Aaron Rodgers, good. So fucking good. Yeah, you guys don't know what this means to me. Aaron Rodgers, he's playing for my football team and he threw 4 touchdowns in his debut. Are you serious right now? He threw the first. If anybody has a Ben Skoranek first touchdown ticket, I want to see it. I know somebody out there had a Ben Skoranek first touchdown. I know somebody had it.
I don't know. I seriously think that there may have been 0 people that bet on that. I think it's possible.
There's one.
There might be.
There's one sicko out there that has it. But
what would the odds have even been? Because I said that they showed on Red Zone that he was plus 2,500 to even score a touchdown.
I think it was plus. It was oh God, I don't know.
It'd be 50,000.
I thought I saw someone post it. I don't know what the odds. I don't know if I can even look up the odds after the game. Probably not. But Aaron Rodgers just looked good. Let me tell you what. Is he slow in his old age? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the play action stuff didn't really look great today, and that was definitely disappointing. Something that I hope gets better as the season goes on, and I think it will. Like me and Jack said, this Jets defense really isn't bad at all. They're pretty good on the up and up, and I think this game against the Seahawks, where I don't know that their defense is as good as the Jets, maybe about the same level. They have some talent at corner and in the secondary, but I think that this game against the Seahawks and the game against the Patriots, you'll see some of this play action stuff start to work for the Steelers, but Aaron Rodgers was definitely able to escape out of the pocket a lot of the time when, Broderick Jones didn't let his guy walk by and was really able to deliver some nice balls. That one to Calvin Austin, the touchdown, what a throw. He still got it. He still got it. Still got it.
The Steelers running play action is like playing college football 26 and using Louisiana Monroe in a dynasty, and you're playing at Georgia. You just run and you just get sacked in a second. It's really bad. The play action sucked, but Rodgers did look outstanding, better than I expected. I mean, not that I expected him to come out there and look like shit, but he looked awesome. Way better than I thought.
I didn't expect him to go out and throw 4 touchdowns.
Dude, that touchdown to Austin was so sexy. It was just so effortless, just flinged it out there. Just, oh man, it's like watching. It is so sick that Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback.
It was vintage. It was vintage.
It was.
And, this is the best quarterback that we've seen play for the Steelers since Big Ben retired. This is the best we've seen.
Yeah.
I know Russell Wilson had that 500-yard game against the Bengals defense. But man, that was a damn good quarterback game.
It was.
But something I did forget to mention on the bad. The running game sucks. It's bad. It's on red alert. I think I said a couple episodes ago, I'm on a level 4 out of 10 rating on how worried I am on the run game. I'm at about a 5 or a 6. That shit's really bad. If I'm being honest, I knew Kenneth Gainwell was going to have a role in this offense, probably more than people thought, because they used him a lot in training camp, a lot in the 11-on-11 situations, which I thought was kind of interesting. But the fact that he had more touches than Jalen Warren and Caleb Johnson combined, I didn't understand. And they only had 50 yards rushing, I believe. Jack, if you're looking at that right now,
To be fair, Warren did outtouch
not good.
Gainwell.
Did he really?
So yeah, so Warren had 11 for 37. Okay, so in order of average yards per carry, just looking at the box score, we go from 3.4, 2.7, -1, -2. The -1 and -2 were both on one carry, to be fair, but 3.4 and 2.7 on 11 and 7 carries, not good. Yeah, Warren had 13 touches, Gainwell had 10. Caleb Johnson had 1. And he got stuffed for -2 yards. But yeah, not great. Kenneth Gainwell also had 3 catches for 4 yards. He did force a fumble on that was a really nice play, like actually crucial.
That was actually huge. That was huge.
Massive play. But yes, but run game, no bueno, not at all. This box score is fucking hilarious, man.
I don't know that it gets better for the running game either. I really don't. Like, Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren are fine RB2s, but my goodness, man, if they're going to average 3 yards a carry, and Caleb Johnson, like, I'm not super worried about him, but for those kind of wondering why Caleb Johnson maybe didn't get as many touches as some of these other guys, Caleb Johnson was not very good in training camp. He just wasn't. And a lot of Steelers beat writers have kind of been talking about, like, he's just flat out not as good as Jalen Warren is right now. And that's not to say that he sucks. He's a rookie. He was a day 2 pick. You don't necessarily expect those guys to come in and be amazing right out of the gate, even if you need them to be. So I think the Steelers are kind of waiting and seeing with Caleb Johnson. And I'm really, really hopeful that by, say, midway point of the season, that we'll see being more of an even split between Caleb Johnson and Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell. I want to see Caleb Johnson more involved. I think he's got the best chance to be the clear-cut RB1 for this team, obviously. It's just not there yet for Caleb Johnson. And, it's a slow start, nothing to be concerned about. But, man, not good.
Yeah, I think it's obviously fair to be disappointed in what we've seen from Caleb Johnson so far, but I also don't think it's reason to panic, per se. Did he look good? No. Has he looked good? Not particularly, but you got to give it a little bit of time. I mean, it's not like they're running behind the greatest line either. I mean, none of the guys could get it going. Yeah, I thought his kick returns didn't look great either. I think he can improve his vision. I think that's been part of the problem. The kick returns, it kind of looked like he was just running straight into guys. Like, he fumbled on the one, just kind of carried and just like ran right into a defender. I don't know. We also, Caleb Johnson and Kenneth Gainwell both fumbled today, which is funny because I've been grilling Jalen Warren for always fumbling, and he was the one that actually didn't, even with the most carries. But yeah, Caleb Johnson, not necessarily reason to panic, although he hasn't looked great. He's a rookie. Rookies oftentimes take time to become good. It's kind of just how it works. So I would pump the brakes a little bit there.
Yeah. Another one who I'm interested to kind of get your take on, DK Metcalf. Only had 3 catches, but was incredibly efficient. Had 78 yards total on those 3 catches. And Sauce Gardner did travel with him for the majority of the game, and he's one of the top 2-3 corners in the entire league. But I would like to see, obviously, DK Metcalf get the ball more. And I think it was just a lot of it was Sauce was traveling with DK Metcalf a lot. But let me tell you what, I was incredibly encouraged because DK Metcalf was really, really good after the catch today. Like, really good. Showed off that speed every time the ball was in his hands, was able to break off the first tackle every time. And I was really encouraged by what I saw from DK Metcalf today. I think better days are ahead for him, obviously, but he played his role. He played his part and, made some big plays for the Steelers today.
Yes, DK, I thought I was encouraged by the way. Not I thought I was encouraged. I was encouraged by the way he looked. He did have 4 catches for 83, but the last one, I'm not sure if you can really even count it. It was that bullshit, like, pinball, devil magic play that got us into field goal range. But, yeah, DK has fucking wheels. He looked good after the catch. Like, he looked like shifty, which is crazy for a guy of his size and I guess speed too. But, I will say also, Wanted to get your take on this too. I thought Calvin Austin looked really fucking good.
Dude. Okay,
I thought Calvin
we've
Austin looked
been
really fucking good.
perhaps we're a little bit low on Calvin Austin, I must say. He had that one play where he mossed Brandon Stevens. First of all, Brandon Stevens retire. Like the Steelers just constantly pick on you. They did it when you were on the Ravens last year, and Calvin Austin is mossing you. I'm taller than Calvin Austin, and boy, he looked really, really good today. Like seriously, I know that people are, always wondering who's going to be the wide receiver two for the Steelers. Who should they sign? This guy, this guy. Calvin Austin stepped up today, and he looked awesome. And another guy for the Steelers who I thought was going to be really good, Roman Wilson, the offensive player of the year, soon to be, didn't catch a pass. I think he was on the field. He was.
Didn't
I'm
even have a
joking,
target.
but yeah, which is crazy.
He
I
had
feel
one
like.
play where he got absolutely blown up on a screen pass to Austin. He just didn't block. Well, he did. He tried, but he got absolutely cooked and did just tackle Austin immediately. But yeah, I don't know how many. I feel like I didn't see Roman Wilson out there that often either. They had Skoranek out there. It felt like more. I guess when Johnny works in sometimes as a slot receiver, he's going to lose reps as well. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed in what I saw today. Tough start for the Offensive Player of the Year campaign.
It's a slow start, but on that touchdown pass that Rodgers had to Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson was wide open as well. In the flat, obviously, probably wouldn't have gone for a touchdown. But the way I look at it, Aaron Rodgers just wanted to contain the powers of the future Offensive Player of the Year. Didn't want to give away the Steelers' secret weapon. Perhaps we'll see him unleashed next week against the Seattle Seahawks. He made a good point about how Jonnu was used, in the slot today. I want to talk about Jonnu Smith. My prayers have been answered for Jonnu Smith. My main concern with the Jonnu Smith trade was, man, I just don't know how Arthur Smith is going to use him. And Arthur Smith has used him creatively in Atlanta, in Tennessee, and he's using him creatively in Pittsburgh. That's what I'm so excited about. I was so worried that Jonnu Smith was going to be utilized as a middle of the field target, like Pat Freiermuth is. But they used him in screens. They used him on touch passes, jet sweeps. He got a touchdown off one of those today. This is exactly how Jonnu Smith needs to be used. In space, that's where he thrives, and we saw it today. If we're able to get him the ball 5-6 times a game, sometimes even more, matchup dependent. But, man, I was really encouraged with Jonnu Smith today. Arthur Smith had himself a day. And I think the best part of it all was that, Aaron Rodgers obviously ran Arthur Smith's offense very well, but he was able to, go alert, alert, and, move guys around and all that stuff. The stuff that we know Aaron Rodgers to be so good at the line of scrimmage. He had free reign to do that. He has the confidence, the experience to do all of that and really dissect the defense. It was an Arthur Smith and Aaron Rodgers masterclass, and Jonnu Smith definitely benefited off of that.
I was going to say I was really happy with the way Arthur Smith called the offense today. Like, I didn't have many play calling complaints. I liked the usage of Arthur Smith. Worked Ben Skoranek in there somehow. It was clicking on all cylinders, it seemed like. And I also wanted to point out that I think it's a little bit unfair to write off Arthur Smith after one season with the worst fucking offense known to man last year. Like, you guys saw today how bad Russell Wilson was. I don't think he was really any good. I think Arthur Smith probably helped him out, if anything. That's my new take, is that Arthur Smith is a very good offensive coordinator, and he's going to be here for a while. You heard it here first. It's going to start clicking. You guys are going to be like, "Oh, this guy's amazing." There's a reason why he led a Tennessee Titans team led by Ryan Tannehill to a #1 seed in the playoffs. I can coordinate an offense.
Counterpoint, what if he's so good that he gets offered a head coaching position?
We have a little bit of safety there, seeing as when he was a head coach, he was absolutely fucking abysmal. So I don't think anybody's going to want that. So I think we're in a good spot here.
I can't counterpoint that. That's a good one. The other Steelers coordinator is employed. Unfortunate news.
Yeah,
Terrell Austin
offer him
is
a head coaching position.
Please. I don't know, dude.
We didn't do enough bad for Terrell Austin today.
Do you remember?
I hate him too.
It was Bleacher Report. I think they had some article that Terrell Austin could be a future head coach.
Yeah,
please,
head coach.
Please,
yeah.
Somebody do it.
Please,
somebody do it.
Somebody.
Like I'm begging you. I'm begging you. He's so good, guys. His defensive game plan is, hey, we have T.J. Watt and Cam Hayward. Good luck, everybody else. It's pathetic. They sat in these soft zone coverages all game. I'm losing my mind. the defense at times today was horrendous. In fact, a lot of the time today, it was horrendous. They're getting paid $158 million. I expect the players to play well, but at the same time, a lot of it should fall on the coordinator. We did not give Terrell Austin enough shit today. Terrible, pathetic, abysmal.
Horrendous, and on just every facet of the game, it was
It
fucking awful.
it was an embarrassment
It
on
was
all
bad.
levels. Like I legitimately thought we were losing to the Jets. That thought had never crossed my mind.
Yeah, it looked like we were definitely going to lose the game.
Yeah. Thanks, Terrell Austin. No thanks to you. We won this game.
Here we go. So the Jets shit the bed this season, like bad enough that they fire Aaron Glenn, which I don't think will happen, but this is the best case scenario.
For the sake of the
Aaron
argument,
Glenn isn't the head coach for the Jets next year, and Terrell Austin takes their head coaching position, and Aaron Glenn signs here as a defensive coordinator. Super Bowl.
I agree. It will happen. Or the Titans are so bad. The Titans suck, by the way. They're so bad. Brian Callahan's getting fired. They're like, we already had Arthur Smith. Let's take the other Steelers coordinator. We need some defense in here. And they hire Terrell Austin. That would be great.
Sounds like an awesome idea.
I mean, if the defense, turns it around and looks good, maybe he gets a head coaching job, right?
Yeah, maybe, right?
I don't know. Other good. Chris Boswell is the fucking GOAT. Like Mike Tomlin called him a serial killer. He's literally Patrick Bateman. He's fucking Dexter. He's fucking Joe Goldberg. It doesn't matter. He's the greatest. That somebody posted the video on Twitter before we kicked the 60-yard field goal to win. I saw what you were talking about, Jack. He's literally on the fucking sideline sipping Gatorade. Does not give a
no
shit.
Helmet on, nothing. Just like
he knew he was just banging it. Money in MetLife. MetLife's not easy to kick in either. I have no words. He's the best kicker in the league. Best kicker in the league. It was
I don't know why I wasn't 100% confident in him. I should have been. I mean, that was the first 60-yarder he's ever made, but I should have been confident. I don't know.
It was Paul Zeiss, I think is how you say his name. Paul Z. I don't think it's Zeiss.
Yes, Paul Zeiss.
He used to be on 93.7 The Fan. Shout out. He tweeted, would the Steelers be over under 500 in the past 6-7 years without Chris Boswell? And like all the replies were just 6-7. Poor guy has no idea what they're talking about.
No. Dude, I don't think that meme is ever going to die. I think it might have like LeBron longevity. I don't think it ever will. I gotta pull this up. I gotta see this.
It's like any time that any announcer says 6-7, like it's just over.
Everywhere.
It's getting everywhere. Posted on Twitter. It's everywhere. It was. I don't know when he posted it, but I saw it like an hour or so ago. It's so funny. But to answer his question, would they be over 500 without Chris Boswell? Probably. I don't know. That seems like a pretty loaded question. How good is the kicker that they don't have if it's Chris Boswell, I guess? But yeah, I think they'd be over 500. Probably close to. Did you find it?
No, I think he might have deleted it.
Hold on, I'll find it. There's no way he deleted it. Because of the people, the people saying 6-7.
Chris Boswell actually is like unbelievable. I don't know. That might have been like the most perfect looking 60-yard field goal I've ever seen. Just literally right down the fucking middle. It's ridiculous. Dude. Also, Austin did get mauled on that pass on 3rd and 11, so it should have been.
That should have been PI.
An easier kick, but whatever. He still made it.
Oh no! Going through Paul Zeiss's Twitter, he's retweeting the voice of Morgantown.
Oh, wonderful.
This is not good. If any of you that are listening don't know the voice of Morgantown, if you're a WVU fan or a Pitt fan, good Lord. The worst person you know. Seriously. Rich Rod Believer. I guess we get, 8 hours ago. Serious question. Will the Steelers be over 500 in the past 6-7 years? If they do. I got a quote tweet that. The top reply is Fedical. Fedical shout out in the podcast. Those who know.
those who know, he posted something very interesting a little bit ago too. So
Did he? Did he do it
yeah,
again?
yeah,
All
he
right,
did.
I'm not going to discuss that
Yeah,
any further.
yeah. So if you're listening, don't listen. Don't look up Fedical on Twitter.
No, WVU burner community. He might be the LeBron of the WVU burner community. I think he is.
It's
What's
probably like it's probably like the OJ Simpson of the just extreme character
he's
concerns, but good at what he does.
who's the LeBron of the Pit burner verse?
Probably Ghost of Web.
Ghost of Whip is good.
Maybe that never lose bets, dude. I don't know if you've ever seen it,
That
but I just see
dude,
it fucking everywhere.
that guy hated me during the Kenny Pickett era. That guy would always be in my replies. He's got longevity.
He
I'll give him
does.
that. It was is it what's the guy who calls them little pitters? Is that Hail to
Fred
Snurt?
Snurd, yeah, Fred
Dude,
Snurd, yeah.
it's the goat, dude. Like what
He got like doxxed on Pit Twitter like a little bit ago. If you guys, I don't know, anybody listening, if you're not a part of the Burnerverse for your school, I don't know what you're doing, man. It really is awesome. It's so funny.
I don't know how good this is. Oh, it's not going to show up on the camera. It's a Fred Snurd tweet. This is like when Pitt was like 6-0 last year, and this was after their like no, this was their first loss. It's like him by a really expensive pool in a fire pit, and the tweet is, "I've been sitting poolside enjoying the night. Anyone have the score of the pick?" Just all time stuff. All time stuff. How did we get on the burner verse
I don't
talking about
know.
the Steelers? Well, it was
Somehow went from
Paul
Paul Zeiss to the Burnerverse.
Paul Zeiss tweeting 6-7.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. Um, Other points that we want to touch on for the Steelers. We talked about Rodgers being awesome. Chris Boswell is the greatest. DK Metcalf was awesome. I mean, I feel like we've touched on it all. Defense wasn't great, but man, the offense did enough. Not let me say this: not a sustainable way to play.
No, not at all.
I said this on the Instagram live, but when Aaron Rodgers signed here, he did not anticipate having to put up damn near 40 points on the road to beat the fucking Jets. They need to give him some support. Terrell Austin needs to buck up. The defense needs to buck up and be better, because Aaron Rodgers is not going to throw for 4 touchdowns every single game. I would love if he did.
That would be sick. Maybe he will.
Maybe he
I mean,
will.
how do you know he won't?
Who am I to say?
68 touchdown season.
I'm smelling a 5th MVP if he throws 4 touchdowns.
It's
every
happening.
Game.
He's gonna win MVP.
It will happen.
Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
You know how we just talked about how Lamar and Josh Allen are playing football too? Yep, Aaron Rodgers just playing football 3. Don't worry, guys.
Yes, that is correct. Also, quick shout out: Chuck Clark led the team in tackles after replacing Deshaun Elliott when he got hurt. So I guess shout out there.
I didn't know that. Good for him.
It also probably doesn't help that the running back got to Chuck Clark that many times, but
yeah, that
it's probably not a good thing. But
that's a good
still,
point.
he did his job, I suppose. Stepped in decently well.
Breece Hall, 19 carries, 107 yards. Just fucking had his way.
He did.
Garrett Wilson low-key owned us. Oh, good, even great. Jalen Ramsey, I mean, if nothing else, holy shit, he brings a badass aura to the defense that they so desperately need. Like, they desperately needed someone like him in the locker room and on this defense. And I love that he talks a lot of shit, and the way he was able to back it up. That play was awesome. I've watched that pass break up probably 200-300 times since the game ended. It was beautiful. He saved the day. He really did, because I fully thought the Jets were going to be able to go down and score, because they were still sitting in that same fucking defense where they were dinking dunking to the tight ends for 15-20 yards every play. And Jalen Ramsey saved us, so shout out him. Big Steelers win 1-0. I think the game against the Seahawks will be easier. I'll be on record. I'll be on record of saying that.
I want to throw it out there and just ask the question real quick before we move on. What the hell does Jack Sawyer do? I think I saw him out there way too many times for him to only have 1 tackle, and none of them being solo. I don't know what he was doing out there, but
he's just
tighten up.
I don't, you know how there are finesse pass rushers and there, power and speed guys. I don't know what the I don't know what the
Yeah, I
fuck
don't know
Jack Sawyer
what
does.
category he falls into.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Like
A
quite literally.
little bit of this, a little bit of that.
um, I was not a fan of the pick whenever they picked him at the time. I will tell you that. I know he made some big plays at Ohio State, but man, I don't see a whole lot of translatable skills besides being a rotational edge guy. And it's his first NFL game. He's a day 3 pick, so got to chill on him a little bit. But man, I don't know. I'm kind of not there on the Jack Sawyer
He
pick.
had the one play
It's super early though.
sneak touchdown, or wait, yeah, Fields had a QB sneak touchdown. Sawyer kind of just like ran right into Sawyer, and Sawyer just got like fucking mowed over into the end zone. Actually for a second I was like, oh shit, like he might like stop him. Literally just got bowled into the end zone by Justin Fields. Not with like a running start or anything. It was not great.
Oh, side note, play YA Blackmore. Holy shit. He looked good when he was on the field, the little bit that he was. I want to see him on the field more. YA Black supremacy. Steelers 1-0. Aaron Rodgers to go. Chris Boswell go. We'll move on, I guess. We'll go through the rest of the games. Buccaneers escape the Falcons. Admittedly, I'm lower on the Buccaneers than most without Liam Cohen.
As well.
But man, Emeka Egbuka is insane. The Falcons definitely should have taken this to overtime. I don't think Penix played bad either. Like, I really don't think the Falcons played bad at all. I think these teams are pretty even when it's all said and done. But Buccaneers escape with a win here. Don't know how much I really take away from it, though, because should have gone to overtime.
Yeah, I think the Bucs are good, per se. I don't think they're great. I don't think they're bad. I'd say they're above average. The Falcons, I think, can be good. That game should have gone to overtime. And I mean, if Penix ends up playing really well this season, I think they'll be actually like a decent team, but I don't see them like making the playoffs or anything. Not really much to take away from that game. I didn't think either team looked outstanding. So, and yeah, should have been an overtime game. There was a lot going on. Missed extra point, missed kick at the buzzer. Like, it was shit show.
We'll see primetime Michael Penix next Sunday. Can't wait to break that one down. Hopefully it's not an absolute shit show. But Bengals 17, Browns 16. This was an ass off.
Bengals suck.
Guys, I don't know why so many people are throwing money away betting Joe Burrow MVP, betting the Bengals to make the playoffs, to win the Super Bowl. They think it's a good future. It was, pardon my take, I love that podcast. Obviously, Big Cat, he's like, oh, I think the Bengals are a good future pick. No, that is a horrible fucking future. Like, it's so bad. The defense is so garbage. The offense is just so garbage against like very specific bad teams for no reason. They're so inconsistent that if they weren't playing the Cleveland Browns today, who are by far the worst team in the NFL currently,
the
they
Dolphins
would lose.
the Dolphins and Panthers are going to give them a run for their money.
Yeah, the Dolphins are pathetic. They're next. But yeah, any thoughts on this game at all?
To be completely honest, no. The Bengals just aren't as good as you think they are. Not you, just in general. I'm speaking to anybody.
Yeah.
However good you think the Bengals are, they're probably worse. Just gonna throw that out there.
Predicted them.
That offense looked like weirdly ass too.
Burrow threw for like
he was like 14 for 20. I'm a D1 Joe Burrow hater, so I think I have this stat line memorized. He was like 14 for 23 for like 130 and 1. And Chase Brown was like 21 for 43 on the ground. Have that one memorized too. I hate the fucking Bengals. And Jamar Chase was 2 for 26. Just a whole load of ass. The entire operation. I can't believe they won. They won because of a missed field goal. Pissed me off.
Guys, what does Joe Burrow do better than Justin Herbert? I'll hang up the phone and listen, and we'll move on. The Colts absolutely dominated the Miami Dolphins. Daniel Jones, he's the first quarterback ever to score on every single possession in an NFL game. How is that possible? How is that possible? It's Daniel Jones with the Indianapolis Colts. You know what? I'll say Daniel Jones. Do I think this is sustainable with the Colts? I think the Colts have a decent roster. I don't think they'll be shit by any means. But man, I think this is more of the Dolphins are really, 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 really bad. Like they might rival the Browns for the worst team in the NFL. Jack and I said before we started recording, they should waste no time and trade Tyreek tomorrow, but they won't. They'll convince themselves that, they can try to compete. This is a disaster. Mike McDaniel's getting fired by the end of the year. Tua is garbage. It's over. I just don't know the direction of this team. The defense is a joke. They let Daniel Jones walk up and down the field with them. The Colts looked like a competent football team today, and I really don't think that they're all that good. Shout out Colts Report though.
Shout out Colts Report. John's a good guy.
John's a good guy. Unfortunately, it's over for Anthony Richardson. It's hashtag over.
Whoa.
It's over.
Whoa.
It's over. If he's dude,
cool,
if Anthony Richardson is on the Steelers next year, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Nah, Rodgers is re-signing. Don't worry.
Yep, Rodgers playing for another year. I loved Anthony Richardson pre-draft. He was my QB1. Hand up, accountability. Although I may not be wrong, Bryce Young's ass. CJ Stroud is a pumpkin.
Stroud's fine. Young is fucking ass. We'll get to that. I'll save my thoughts. I'll save my thoughts for that later. It's not looking good.
All right, Raiders, Patriots. Geno Smith is an ethical hooper. That's what I'm going to describe him as. 362 and a touch. Beat the Patriots, who I don't think are very good. Brock Bowers got hurt, but I think he's fine. Genty, 2 yards a carry. First NFL game. I don't know if you're concerned about Genty.
Caleb Genty.
Okay.
Anyway.
Shout out Owen Shawless. He took Omari and Hampton over Ashton Genty in our Dynasty rookie draft. I know nobody cares about Dynasty.
We don't know.
Was he cooking? I don't know.
We're somehow going to get comments on this. Quit fucking talking about Dynasty. Oh, just quick shout out. Jacoby Myers is him. I don't understand how he's so good. He just is. Like, dude, 8 for 97, just like pacing that offense all game. It's like, I don't get it.
I'll say this.
Yeah, Bowers is a stud too. 5 for 103.
Let me say something. Drake May, I don't think he's there. I don't think he's there yet. I know everybody was really expecting the year 2 leap. I know there's certain people who are very high on the Patriots. I don't know, guys. The one thing I will say is the offense will significantly improve when they stop fucking putting Ramondre Stevenson on the field more than TreVeyon Henderson. That's a joke. That is such a fucking joke. TreVeyon Henderson is lightning in a bottle.
I agree. It is so stupid. I agree. This is funny. I was scrolling through player props. This was like maybe 5 days ago. I'm looking at the rushing props. I'm interested to see what they are between Henderson and Stevenson. I see Ramondre Stevenson's line at 42.5 for rushing. I told like everybody I knew, just slam the fucking under on this shit. It was the easiest bet that you could ever place. He was 7 for 15 today.
Did you see Najee's? Did you see Najee's over under?
No, what was it like?
It was like
it
was 23.5. I smashed the under.
Yeah,
he had 1 carry for 5 yards, I think.
He's off to a strong start this season with that. That's would be the best numbers he's ever put up. Yeah, on Drake May, I
don't know.
Agree with you. Like, I still would not panic whatsoever. I mean, I think
I'm not panicking, but
going to be really
I don't
good.
know.
At the moment, he might not be what I guess Pats fans were expecting him to be, but I will cut him a little bit of slack because Kayshon Boutte was the fucking leading receiver for the Patriots today. So, and everybody thought everything was going to be all good because they signed Stephon Diggs to be the wide receiver 1. Let me break it to you. Stephon Diggs ain't very good. So, like this, it's just kind of a whole bunch of nothing here. I mean, Boutte, Hunter Henry, Diggs, TreVeyon Henderson. Boutte, Diggs, and Henderson all had 6 catches. And then Hunter Henry had 4, and then nobody else had any more than 2. But, like, it's a whole bunch of nothing. How did Drake May catch a pass? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, he caught his own pass. It got batted, and then it went back to him, and he just had to run for his life.
I'm just looking at this box score. I was like, wait a minute, yeah, but not a whole lot going on in the terms of the receiving game for New England. But that team's overrated. They were favored, I think, in like 10 or 11 games this season, according to Vegas, and I thought that was wrong. Should not have been favored today. I think the Raiders are actually like sneaky good.
I like the Raiders a
I do
lot.
too.
You
I do
know
too.
I love Geno
I
Smith.
do too. I really like Geno. I think he's good, and I
Dude,
don't
the
think a lot
Steel
of
all
people
right.
understand how good he really is.
I keep saying, and like obviously I love Aaron Rodgers and I'm so happy he's my quarterback, but like I did say whenever Geno got traded for a third, Steelers should have done that. Steelers should have done that all day
Absolutely.
and fucking
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even have thought twice about it. That would have been awesome. But Raiders big win. How good they're going to be, I don't really know. This game, Cardinals Saints. I'll be honest, I don't really care. I don't think either of these teams are very good. Spencer Rattler is the starting quarterback. Get fucking serious. Just put Shuck in there and see what he can do. The Cardinals, I don't think are great by any means. I don't know. I feel like they're just like gonna hover maybe around 5. They've got like 7-10 written all over them.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not moved or anything.
Yeah. The Cardinals, I'm just not high on them. I usually aren't high on the Cardinals, but I mean, I think Kyler's average. I think
Yeah.
the weapons are pretty good with Harrison, McBride, and then James Conner's still pretty good. Benson looked good today too. He had a long run. But I think that offense, at least skill position wise, can be pretty good. The defense leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, Jesus, it was the Saints today. It's not like really impressive that they held to 13 points. The Saints suck. Not really much else to say there. Like you said, Spencer Rattler starting fucking quarterback in the NFL. What are we doing? Not that Tyler Show is any better, but like I would just put him in there just see what the hell he can do.
Just
Not
let
good.
let the kid play.
Jawan Johnson was their leading receiver today.
Yeah, dude, that's hilarious.
The kid.
And
He's
anytime
like 29.
Chris Olave, anytime I saw a tweet, it was like anytime Red Zone cuts to the Saints game, it's Chris Olave on the stretcher. Like poor Chris Olave, dude. He is just always hurt, always in the medical den.
He had 13
But let the
targets
kid
today
play
at
is what I
54
said for
yards.
Tyler Shuck. He had 13 targets. So
Yeah.
here, we'll move on to Giants Commanders. Another example of let the kid play. Russell Wilson just sucks. I mean, there's no way around it. Whatever he had that like 5-game stretch of the Steelers where it was awesome, it's over. He was really
17
bad.
for
If I'm the
37.
Giants, just let Dart fucking play. They play the Cowboys next week too. I looked at it. That is a perfect game for Dart to just play. Just let him sling the fucking rock. Who
Yeah,
cares?
it is. It is.
The Commanders looked good, honestly. Shout out Bill Krosky Merritt actually looked good. Jaden Daniels didn't really have to do a ton, but he looked awesome as per usual. The Giants, I don't know. Just let the kid play. Let him play. That's their only hope. Not that they really have any this year, but just let him fucking play.
I'll be the first to say that I don't think Jackson Dart's an NFL quarterback, but or
No,
at
I
least
don't
a
think he's
starting
good.
NFL quarterback. I mean, yeah, but like again, like what is the point? After watching that, what is the point of rolling Russell Wilson out there? You may as well just see what you got in Dart.
And
Not really
Brian
much else to
Dable,
take away from that game. Commanders look fine.
yeah, Brian Dable was non-committal about Russell Wilson as his week 2 starter. So watch
Really?
that. Could be Russell Wilson. Yes, could be Russell Wilson getting benched after 1 week. Let Russ cook. We'll move on to a game I'm interested to hear Jack's take on. The Jaguars 26, the Panthers 10. Tedero McMillan needs the ball more. That's my takeaway from this. He looked solid.
Yeah.
I think the Jaguars are going to be pretty decent. I think they might win that division out there in the AFC South in a division that feels wide open. I thought they looked pretty decent today, albeit against the Panthers, who have an abysmal defense and not a great offense, obviously, as we saw today.
Yeah. It was kind of a weird game for both teams. I saw a stat. I saw a tweet from somebody that said Bryce Young has like legitimately been the worst quarterback in the NFL for like 90% of the games that he's played in his career. It might be over. Which sucks, dude, because I do like Bryce Young and I have rooted for him. I think it might be over. I don't think he's any good at all. He had a nice
I
stretch
don't
at the end of last
know.
year. It might be done for.
I
for
think
Bryce
that
Young.
stretch at the end of the year, though, like gets him at least the season. It gets him at least the season.
But like, I'm just
I don't
saying.
know.
Yeah.
I think better days are ahead. I really do think that Jaguars team is very much improved.
I think they're going to be sneaky decent. Maybe not a playoff team, but maybe close. Um, Brian Thomas caught one of his 7 targets. Something smells like shit in here. Um,
Had a fucking
Travis
rushing
Hunter, I thought
touchdown.
looked pretty good. He did have a rushing touchdown. I thought Hunter looked good. They didn't. I mean, they were kind of winning the entire game. Lawrence only completed 19 passes for like 178. Wasn't really throwing the ball down the field much, but I thought Hunter looked fine. Targeted 8 times. I guess that's encouraging. Brennan Strange and De'Ami Brown led the team in receiving. It was a weird one, but I
Shout
think the
out
Jags
De'Ami Brown.
aren't bad. I think the Panthers are really horrible. That's about all I got from that one.
I'm excited to talk about this one. Broncos 20, Titans 12. Yeah, the Titans really fucking suck. But let me tell you what, I couldn't
I'm
be
excited
more
to talk about
happy.
this one too.
I couldn't be more happy that Bo Nix looks like a pumpkin. A 25 of 40, 176. Something smells like shit. Let me tell you what. I am all in on the Bo Nix sophomore slump. And the thing that worries me is there are going to be a lot of these games for the Broncos. I don't know if you looked at the Broncos schedule, Jack. They have a lot of games, like obviously outside of their division, that are just like, God damn, they get to play them. That's an easy win. This team is probably going to cruise to like 9, 10 wins and probably get a wild card spot again, even if Bo Nix doesn't look great. And it's really depressing because this was not a good day at all from the Broncos. The defense obviously looked good, albeit it was against the fucking Tennessee Titans. I couldn't be more happy that Bo Nix didn't look good, though. He's not good. Not good. Scheme merchant.
Wow.
Sean Payton merchant. I hate him. I hate Bo Nix.
Damn, wow. Strong words. What did Bo Nix do to
Sorry.
you?
I can't, dude. I can't.
Anyway, I was going
I
to ask who
know
looked better.
I'm not going to
Who
name
looked better?
names.
Cam Ward, 12 for 28. Who looked better? Cam Ward, 12 for 28 passing for 112 yards, or Bo Nix, 25 for 40 for 176, a touchdown and 2 picks. Cam Ward's leading receiver was a running back that had one catch.
I don't know. I really don't know.
And the Titans don't really have
that's
a
what I'm
good
saying.
defense either.
Not like they have like Jeffrey Simmons, who's cool, I guess, but like, man, they're not good. Again, Brian Callahan feels lost. I don't really have many other words except Bo Nix fraud watch, and I'm all in on it. That will be one of my favorite hate watches all year. Even though I think I predicted them to win 11 games, just because the schedule is just like
yeah, schedule's that easy.
Just a cakewalk for the most part.
What do you think about? How did you think about Cam Ward?
Like, I don't know how much I can really take away because like the Broncos defense is super good. But at the same time, he didn't look great.
It is.
I'd like to see him get a little bit more support from, let's say, Calvin Ridley, who I think caught 2 passes or something the entirety of the game. I'd like to see him against the defense that isn't absolutely going to swarm him after every play. Titans fans are not happy with Dan Moore Jr., who they gave like $60 million, which I find hilarious. But the Titans weren't doing them any favors. I mean, like they had a rookie starting on one side and Dan Moore on the other, and they were just leaving them on an island against one of the better pass rushes in the entire league. I mean, Nick Bonito made Dan Moore look like a fucking idiot. It was not good for Dan Moore. I don't know. I'd like to see Cam Ward have some time in the pocket and see what he can do. I don't know that I can really take much away.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I didn't think per se I don't think he really showed any flashes, but like he also didn't really have much help in that one. But yeah, I wouldn't really buy into this game very much if I were a Cam Ward guy.
But like, I guess to answer your question, like, what do I think of Cam Ward? I don't think he's great. I was very much of the opinion that taking him at 1 was a mistake. I think Travis Hunter was always the 1-1 for me, far and away. And you can talk about like positional advantage and everything like that with Ward. Are the Titans a better football? Do the Titans have about the same record? Say they sign Russell Wilson and have Travis Hunter on their team? Yes, probably. Do they still have an issue at quarterback? Yes, obviously. But get good players, pay them early. You can figure out the rest. I don't know. Well, I'm going down a rabbit hole with that one. We can move on. 49ers 17, Seahawks 13. Brock Purdy with the most lucky touchdown pass of all time just threw up a fucking prayer in the end zone, and the Seahawks decided they didn't want to pick it off. it was hilarious. And the 49ers somehow get away with it again. They're giving Christian McCaffrey 31 touches. They're really trying to flare up his Achilles tendonitis. The Seahawks really didn't look good, guys. 13 points. Sam Darnold had 150 yards and 124 of them were to JSN. So I feel confident about the Steelers game going in the Seahawks home opener. But 49ers, I mean, let me say this. The defense for the 49ers looks all the way back. And Robert Saleh, they should never let him leave that building again.
No, I would agree. The defense looked really good. The offense was definitely questionable. I thought Purdy looked like not great. I don't know.
Like I would agree. Like the stat
game-winning
line is
touchdown
like
was a
26 to
horrendous
35.
throw.
Yeah.
He
He was like
two picks.
somewhat efficient. Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Not yeah. It was not great. It was all right, I guess.
Oh,
Mid.
Ricky Pearsall looked good.
I don't know. He did. Shout out Ricky Pearsall. He looked
Yeah,
good.
McCaffrey 22 carries for 69 yards. Offense not great.
That's not sustainable. Probably. George
No.
Kittle had 4 targets in the first possession, caught a touchdown, and then hurt his hamstring. In typical George Kittle fashion, he'll be out for like 3-4 weeks. And yeah, that sounds about like George Kittle right there, as good as he is.
Yes. Yeah, I think the Niners will be a pretty good team. I don't think they're like Super Bowl contenders or anything, but I think they might win like 9-10 games.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
So Rams 14, Texans 9. The Rams are really fucking good, man.
They are.
Mean, Matthew Stafford's just so efficient. He's going to take care of the ball. He is the 10th quarterback in NFL history to have 60,000 plus career passing yards. Good for Matthew Stafford. Puka Nacua is just a machine. 10 catches, 130 yards.
Is a top 5 at least receiver in the league. I think. I really don't see an argument against it. I was going to say 4. I think there's 3 guys I'd put ahead of him.
What 3 are we putting above him? Jefferson.
Chase, CD.
I forgot about CD. Yeah, I think he's top 4. I would agree with you.
If he has another ridiculous season, I think he might have an argument for him over CD. But
I don't know. Like CD, that's a tough one. He might though. It's an interesting argument. But are we worried about the Texans? I guess a little bit.
Their offensive line
maybe a little bit.
Absolute dog shit.
I know, but like the Rams.
It is the Rams. Their
Rams are so good.
Fucking good. It's
Like the Rams are just so well coached. They have an elite quarterback. They have elite players. They have a really good young defense. Like they're really dangerous. But like the Texans just looked really bad. Nico Collins. Yeah, Nico Collins fucking disappeared. Lost me a fantasy league. Terrible. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I guess we'll credit it to the Sean McVay coaching. I guess we'll dumb it down into that. Sean McVay just personally shut down Nico Collins.
He did.
CJ Stroud
he went out there and strapped him up himself.
Yep, he did. CJ Stroud didn't look great by any means. But again, it's the Rams. So like I guess my takeaway is, well, as bad as it was, it's the Rams and the offensive line for Houston. We knew that was going to be terrible. They desperately miss Joe Mixon. I'll tell you that right now. Nick Chubb and Woody Marks, not going to cut it.
Nick Chubb wasn't necessarily bad today. It's just like, he's not Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
And we don't know if Joe Mixon will be Joe Mixon if or when he comes back.
Yeah. So, last game of the Sunday slate that we have not talked about. Packers 27, Lions 13. This game wasn't even fucking close.
No, it wasn't. It was a bigger blowout than the score implied.
I mean, the Packers looked really, really good. Jordan Love was efficient. He spread the ball out to 9-10 different receivers. Josh Jacobs didn't really have to do much, but he had a solid game. And the Packers just had their way defensively. They're a real threat moving forward. And the Lions, I really don't know if it was more of the Lions are really missing Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, or if it's that the Packers are really that good. I think both are well in the realm of possibility. Jared Goff didn't look bad, though. 31 of 39, 225 and a touchdown for himself. So I don't really think he looked bad. Sam Laporta was the leading receiver for the Lions, but it was just all Green Bay. It felt like they really came out hot, and they didn't have to do a whole lot really in the second half. Had 10 fourth quarter points, but they didn't need them. The Lions could not do anything. That defense.
Yeah, I think the Packers might have the best defense in football. I think there's a chance it is.
Whoa,
I mean,
they
it
might.
was already pretty damn good, and they added the best defensive player in football to it. So at the most valuable position on the defensive side of the ball. I don't know, man. I was targeting them in every fantasy league because I don't think I'm going to need another one all year. I think it's that good.
My only concern with the Green Bay Packers, and I think the defense is very good. The corner room is kind of barbecue chicken. Can't lie. Nate Hobbs is their corner one, who is a nice player. All right. Keyshawn Nixon, corner two. Bo Melton, corner three. And Kamal Hayden and Michael Robinson are their other corners. Oh boy. Isaiah McDuffie is the slot
Bo
corner.
Melton.
Guys, I don't know. That secondary feels suspect. Obviously, they
It
have
looked
Micah
fine
Parsons
today.
and Xavier McKinney. It did look fine today.
Though I guess it helps when the pass rush is getting there
Yeah, I
quickly.
guess that does help. But I really don't know. I don't think the Lions are going to be bad. Obviously, they're not going to win 15 games this year again, and they are going to miss Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. But I think they're going to be fine, although it's a really tough division. The Packers, I'm really scared of the Green Bay Packers, though. I'm really scared of them. Can't lie.
I agree with you. I think they're going to be really damn good.
So that will conclude the week 1 slate. There is one game left Monday night. It is the Vikings versus the Bears. I'm pumped for this one. I'm so fucking pumped.
I'm excited as well.
I am so excited to see Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. You guys know I'm all in on my guy, Caleb Williams, for the big year 2 leap. Jack's all in on his guy, JJ McCarthy. What do we expect for this game? Line is currently -1.5 Minnesota on the road.
I'm gonna say it's a shootout because I want to see a shootout.
I want fun. So bad. I want a shootout fun. Badly.
I want to see the young guys go off. I think I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna say it's a shootout. I'm gonna say the Vikings win 34-31.
I really hope it is a shootout. I think it has all the potential. I will go with the Chicago Bears winning 35-31 in a close one. Caleb Williams tosses 4. Some are saying 5 touchdowns. No, I don't know. I'm not going to say that, but I do think it is going to be a shootout, and I think Caleb Williams is going to look really good in this Ben Johnson offense. Colston Loveland is going to be better than you think, by the way. Whatever your expectations are for Colston Loveland, he's going to be used more than Cole Kmet. He's going to be very, very good right away. I'm excited to watch the Chicago Bears. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm all in on them. What a week of football. It's back.
What a week it's been. All the way back. I fucking love football so much. It's incredible.
College football was kind of mid this week. Not going to lie. Kind of mid.
Yeah. I would agree.
Michigan, Oklahoma was all right. John Mateer is a lot of fun to watch, but overall, kind of a midweek college football. Backyard brawl this weekend. Jack, are you heading up to Morgantown? Or are you going to the brawl?
We are not.
Don't blame you.
Are so ridiculously expensive.
They're like $400. It's stupid.
Yeah, and it would be a whole lot easier logistically to just not go, and we'll have just as much fun staying on campus. So,
and Pitt's gonna win, guys. I've really. What I've said about WVU on this podcast is I think the last year, because I was hosting the college football show. Obviously, I'm a WVU alum. I hosted the college football show, WVU pregame show every week for the college radio station. And I was kind of, holding back on what I wanted to say about WVU. They're embarrassing. The loss to Ohio, terrible. Abysmal. Offense looked bad. Nico Markiel wasn't good. Me and Jack talked about this a good bit. I don't think it's all Nico's fault. There's a lot of moving pieces. There's 70 transfers or damn near close to.
Yeah.
Nico Markiel couldn't beat out Garrett Green, who's actively a practice squad wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The writing was always on the wall. They actually hired someone who left them a decade ago and was the coach at Jacksonville State.
There you go.
He hired his son as offensive coordinator. And, I'm all for nepotism. I'm on record of saying I wish I had nepotism on my side. I don't hate people who have nepotism. I think nepotism is awesome. This guy was literally selling insurance. There is actually like a Rich Rod press conference clip where he talks about how Rhett Rodriguez, his son, is good for recruiting because he was selling insurance last year and he's used to making cold calls.
Yeah.
That's a Division I football program right there, guys.
Power
And
4 even.
do you want to know who the assistant offensive coordinator is? It's Pat fucking White, the greatest quarterback in the history of the program. He was the quarterbacks coach in the NFL. He is significantly more qualified. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Pitt doesn't really have any excuses in this one.
Pitt's going to put up 50 fucking points.
They should. They should.
Eli
He looks
Holstein's
really
a beast.
bad.
He's a beast.
I do like Holstein. I think he's good. He's going to make one decision where you're like, what the fuck is that? But, I mean, other than that, yeah, he's good.
I will never forget the backyard brawl last year. Got to broadcast that game. Eli Holstein just went full Josh Allen Sunday Night Football mode on WVU's defense. That was he got Neil Brown fired. That game, from there on out, it was done. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, was Eli Holstein going Josh Allen on that pathetic defense.
Yeah. That's about it.
But football's back. Who cares?
Football's
Steelers 1-0. Raj 4 touchdowns. Any closing thoughts before we end off this episode?
The run defense is going to be much improved when Derek Harmon comes back. Keep positivity. That should be soon. He shouldn't miss many more games. We're going to beat the Seahawks next week. We're starting 6-0. Fuck it.
Ooh.
We're not losing a game.
Do we pull out the schedule? When is the Steelers' first ever pulling out the schedule before? You guys know we can't go an episode without pulling out the Steelers' schedule. Let's play a game to close it out. When is the Steelers' first loss? I will say, call in 93.7 The Fan. You may get to talk to Jack.
Tomorrow,
tell them that Roman Wilson is winning Offensive Player of the Year. Tell them that he will have 75 catches for 1,350 yards and 13 touchdowns. Tell them. It will be funny. I will post the video. All right, Seahawks. I think we're both pretty confident. That's a dub. Patriots. They suck.
We should beat the Seahawks.
That's a dub.
We should beat the Patriots. The Vikings and Ireland, that should be a good game.
It's the Vikings.
That has the potential to be our first loss.
I'll say it. That's an L. There it is.
You think so?
But if
We're
not,
obviously beating the Browns. Probably beat the Bengals. They suck.
We're losing the Packers.
It's going to be the Vikings or the Packers, if I had to guess.
Because we're beating the Colts,
maybe on the road
Chargers
against the
look
Bengals.
tough, and then the second half of the schedule, Bears, Bills, Ravens, Dolphins fucking suck. Lions, Browns, Ravens, that's not great. But I think it's gonna be that Vikings game. That just has all the writings of I'm gonna wake up at 9:30 a.m. to see the Steelers play in Dublin, and Darius Slay is just gonna get fucking toasted by Justin Jefferson. Oh, and Jordan Addison's back that game too. Great, phenomenal.
Oh yeah, outstanding. Yeah, right. Couldn't have just suspended him for 4 games.
Yeah, the Steelers. It's the Steelers versus the NFL. They're always out to get us, guys. Am I right? Am I doing this right? All right.
It's really everybody versus the Black and Gold Brigade.
It really is, man. Yeah, all I can think of is that one Steeler Gang post that it's that one where they're all wearing the Steeler Gang hats and bandanas, and they have a Raiders fan tied up in his basement. That may be the greatest post in the history of Steelers Instagram. That has the most impact.
Even better because nobody really knows if he's joking or not. We really don't.
The whole thing is
Raiders fans. That could be you.
That Raiders fans, tread lightly because Steeler Gang is out to get you.
He is out there.
He's watching from the shadows. I don't know if it was real. The whole thing with Steeler Gang is he genuinely means everything he posts. So
yeah.
I don't know. If you don't know what post I'm talking about, I'm sure you can go and find it somewhere. It's out there. It's still up. I'll tell you that. But thank you everyone for watching and listening and interacting and talking. Leave us a comment. What do you want us to talk about next? Yeah. See you guys next time. Same place, right here on the Standard.